Yeah, yeah. All right, guys. Okay. All right. All right.
What's up with Keyshawn?
Keyshawn, he bumped his ankle a little bit yesterday, and so it's going to be probably a game time decision. Didn't practice today, so we'll see uh, how he recovers overnight. See what happens.
You've come to tournaments before where you sort of knew you were in. This time you have some work to do. Do you approach it differently depending on the scenario?
One game at a time. I mean, it's the winner of this tournament is the one that gets the automatic bid. So I'm sure everyone that's here is that's their mindset, and that's ours. And but you can't do anything to that first game. So our focus is on playing against Florida and hopefully going out and playing really good basketball. We feel we're playing pretty good defensively, offensively, and we'll find out in this setting too.
How do you feel about your bench if Keyshawn can't go? Particularly, you got guys like Mason Jones now coming off that bench. I know he's virtually like a starter, but what do you think collectively about your bench?
I think we still got guys. I think we got enough guys that are ready to play. I think they're more ready to play than they were, let's say, 2 months ago. And so those guys are going to play a few more minutes if he does not play. I like the way our bench is playing. Last time we played Florida, we got 0 points from our bench. And so let's hopefully that's not the key, and we can have some consistency, from the guys starting out and the guys finishing up out on the floor.
Coach, you said your team is playing with a lot more confidence right now. What do you think is contributing to that?
I think defensively, I think we found our identity. I think more than anything else, we're understanding roles. We understand, a lot what we do is go through Daniel. And when that takes place, man, it just takes us to we're a different team. But on the defensive end, I think we're really connected. I think we're playing with a more of a level of toughness, giving that second, third, and fourth effort. I think our guards are rebounding the basketball, so we continue to take charges. And a lot of time now, our defense is creating offense, and we're really sharing the basketball. I think in the last couple of games, we've probably averaged 19 assists. That makes a big difference for this team, and we're getting multiple guys that are scoring. And we talk about that blue collar, white collar mentality. Now we got guys in the lineup that are giving us that. They're on the floor, diving on the floor, taking charges. That gets contagious. And then now you got guys come off the bench, continue giving that maximum effort. So now we're getting some consistency and playing more efficient basketball.
Marius Hayes has played better for them of late. He played well against Kentucky, in the post in particular. If Gafford's taken out of this game a little bit, guys like Reggie Chaney, Gabe Osabuohien, huge.
They're more ready to play now. I think early in the year, I wouldn't say that, but I think, with Gabe, his emergence, I think has been big. He's been a facilitator, almost like a point forward. Can you imagine on defense, he's doing a lot of great things, and now on offense, he's doing a lot of things because a lot of people backing off of him, but he's been able to go out and make plays. Reggie gives us a athletic forward that can finish around the paint. He blocks shots, he rebounds. He understands his role right now, so those guys are going to be big throughout this tournament. I talk about the first game, but there are multiple games, and so guys got to be ready to step in and produce.
They're coming in on a 3-game losing streak. You're coming in on a 3-game winning streak. You guys are tied records. Just overall look at the matchup as you get going.
I think it's going to be a heck of a ball game. Two teams that the records are 0-0 right now. I think that's what you look at right now. It's you win or you go home, and so I'm sure both teams are going to come out with a hunger to come out and play really, really good basketball. It'll be intense. I know that.
Can you talk a little bit about the evolution of Isaiah Joe? You said on your teleconference earlier this week he's more than just a three-point shooter.
Well, I think he came with that, coming from high school, and he's a guy that did so many things for his high school team. And so now, coming in, obviously we know he can shoot the basketball, but I think through the course of competition and in practice each and every day, going against guys like Jalen Harris, going against Mason Jones or Desi Seals, I think it's made him elevate his game where he's got to go off the dribble. He's a pretty good passer, a willing passer, as a matter of fact. Got his first dunk the other day, and so he's showing off. He's got a little athletic ability, and so has 6 rebounds, a career high in rebounding. So all the things I'm asking him to do, he's doing it, and he's our leading charge taker. I think he's one of our top thieves on our team in terms of deflection. So again, to me, it's a guy that's not just predicating his game on offense, and that's how you get on the floor, and that's the thing that's most impressive. You know, I think he's come a long ways from when we first started out.
So we asked Michael White about Gafford, and he goes, wow, like not a lot of people nationally are talking about him, but he's among the best players in the nation. Is there something you've seen from him that says, hey, he can keep this up here in Nashville?
Well, I saw it early on, you know, when we first started out, and then I thought he hit a wall. I really did. He's having to do so much for our basketball team. But now with the emergence of those other forwards, it gives him an opportunity now to maybe go get some rest, and now he's having a chance to Daniel always been a guy that plays all out. I mean, he plays with a motor, a big-time motor, and he's gotten better from last year, even though he's the target now. And I think he's taking it to another level, and hopefully he can continue to play at that high level. He's scoring, he's rebounding, he's blocking shots. He's back to running the floor and providing some highlight plays, and that's what he does. And I just think the emergence of other guys that we put in the lineup, I think it's kind of gave him that energy that you got to have, especially this time of the year.
Just a quick follow-up on Joe. How important is that skill set going to be, especially considering how well Florida defends?
It's going to be important. I think last game we played them, I think he was 2 for maybe 12 or something like that. There was a couple of threes, and I thought they got into him. They got real physical with him. And but he's been on the top of scouting reports too, and we've seen him. I think come out and compete and play a lot stronger, and not only that, take what the defense is giving him. So I think he'll be a lot more aggressive, a lot more assertive. Offensively as well as defensively.
Coach, you talked about guys understanding their roles better here in the stretch run, but the chemistry in particular, it seems like these guys really have come together.
Well, that's what I talk about. They're starting to formulate their identity. It's, you know, I said at the beginning of the year, it had to be patience, man. It's a lot of patience. I've had a lot of patience. There was a lot of bumps along the way. But, you know, I think hopefully we're trying to hit our stride at the right time. Our teams tend to start putting it all together. And obviously we got some games we wish we could have back, you know, that turned into losses. It's kind of like that almost syndrome. And so we're finally hopefully getting over the hump, and we can keep pushing our games or pushing how we play to the other side of it, and that is maybe get some wins on that. But again, I just like the mentality the guys are staying, they're doing it together. They're at the point now where they don't care who gets the credit. When your team is like that, when they play and they play to win, they don't care who gets the credit, and that's when you're on to something. And I think we're seeing that.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.